Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so we got a little bit of Destiny Child up today. So I got some requests from some people asking me about what team that I was using for the World Boss Ninetale Tamamo here. I'm averaging about getting between 2.3, 2.6. It's been fluctuating around. So about 2.43 million on this one on right here. So let me show you what team I'm using. Now this is a Fire Boss, Tamamo's Fire. So you will make sure you want to use water. So you of course want to bring the two Upchilds. Let me drop back to that screen there for you, which are Water Mafdet. Don't confuse her with Light Mafdet. And you want to try to bring Dancer Salome. Now I'm not bringing Salome because she's just too low for me. I don't have anything in her at all that would make her survive. Now I've got Mafdet here as my leader there. She is number 1 right here. Now I have her. I just brought her up to 60. That's why she's reason level 1. She was, I've already hit 50 and 5, and now she's at 1. One of the, of course, Devil Pass missions is to get her to 66. So, so here's what I'm running right now. So as you can see, I'm heavy on water, of course, because you want to be heavy on water. So basically, I've got Mars, and these are my defenders, putting them in the front, of course. So Mars, Dana, and I decided to go ahead and use Mona and Moa just as defenders. Healers, I've got Mott and Syrinx, Dana, and Lita. That should more than enough healing. And then I've got this is actually Calypso. I have her skin, and the same. This is Dana, but I have her skin as well. So this is Calypso. Bradley is what her skin's called. And then I've got Olga, and then I've got Light Mafdet. Now Water Mafdet. Water Mafdet is the leader. Okay. She's got a plus 15 for water type allies, but on world bosses it's an attack plus 20 for all allies. So you most definitely want to have her in this in the world boss, even if she's not leveled up, even if she's not super powerful. Like mine's only she's only a 6-star, and I'm just starting to level her up. I just leveled her up yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to put some of my match toward her to get her up to a little bit better. I'll probably just go ahead and end up purchasing a plus 60 since from the shop. I'll have to look at that. We might go ahead and do that after this here. And then I've got Nias. So you definitely want to have Citri in there. Citri is world boss staple. I run Citri in every world boss simply because a lot of her skills work very well against world boss. Also try to include Pantheon in just about all of them because of his crit. So that makes it an excellent choice. So you can put those two in. And since she's fire and they're dark, they don't have no... You don't want to try to put any fire, any wood if at all possible. Simply because wood don't last long. But I needed a little bit more healing, so I've got Syrinx. And I put Bathory in simply because I love Bathory's... this is her skin. Sioko is her skin, but it's Bathory. I put her in simply because her she does an excellent buff against world bosses as well too. And then I've got Barry and Chang, and then Eve, of course, Thanatos and Elysion. These are all attackers along the bottom here, as is Calypso up here as an attacker too. And then the rest are debuffs and healers and supporters or whatnot. So, but it's 2.4. It could probably be fine-tuned a little bit, but I'm not going to play with it. This is what I'm using. It's I'm getting to about 2.5. We'll say is my average. So that's not bad. It's not super good. I can probably fine tune it some more, making some changes. But it's enabling me to get through and get what I need to get in terms of damage against the world boss. So let's take a look. This is the new Mafdet. I've got her fully limit broke, fully awakened, and this is what she looks like. So she's excellent design here. No doubt about that. They really outdid themselves with this one. This is probably one of the best that I've seen. Citri's pretty good, and even Tamamo here in the World Boss is two very, very, very good designs. So, but yeah, so you definitely want to make sure that she's in there. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and 60 her up. So what we're going to do is we'll go to the shop. And that's not the right shop. I want to go to the Scarlet Collection shop, and we're going to go into growth, and we're going to 6 max enhancement child. How many do I got? 1282. Yeah, I'm still up. So let's go ahead and purchase that. Confirm that. Go back to the mailbox, and we claim her. Let's just receive them all. Bunch of friend assists. And then we'll go to level combine, and we'll hit this little prism right there and put him on there, and that'll max her out. It'll make her a little bit stronger, much easier to survive against the actual just the more, a lot more increasing her hit points, increasing depth. It should be able to get her to survive a little bit better against the world boss. I don't think she's passed yet, but somebody did on my last one. Let's go ahead and run. I think I got some more chances. Yeah, I got 2. Let's go ahead and run it once here, and let's see. Let's see if it was her that died, or who it was that died the last time out. Now I'm running this on BlueStacks, so I can actually get a little bit higher than 2.4 million, 2.5 on my phone. BlueStacks has a little bit of trouble keeping up with the damage and doesn't sometimes register all of the hits, and as such it sometimes registers a little bit lower. Okay, who did I lose? That was the third one. Okay, that was my that's why I'm pretty sure that was one of my defenders, so that's probably, I'm not sure who that is. Died pretty quick though. So let's go ahead and let it continue out here. So third slot died, so let's write that down here so we can see who that is in the third slot. She died fast too, so interesting to see who that is. So number 3 died. Let's see what we got here. She's got a pretty good drive skill. But she does her ultimate there, so you do some pretty serious damage. How are we going damage wise here? This one, yeah, this one's not going to be quite as good as some of the others. It's not probably going to be barely hitting 2 on this one. I got a feeling Syrinx is probably going to be the next to go. Syrinx is right. She's right here. She's wood, so any wood's going to be at 15%. I think that's the disadvantage that you're given when you use an opposite elemental. She's wood, so she's going to be 1. Her and Bathory. Bathory's down here at the bottom somewhere. Right there's Bathory right there. I thought those were the only 2 wood that I had in there, so I'm trying to figure out who that is. It's one of my defenders. Huh. I think Syrinx was the one that died last time because it was over here in this area. Right here, I'm pretty sure is where it died last time, so I'm pretty sure that that was Syrinx. The main thing is you don't want any of your attackers to die, because of course that's how you do your damage. Probably gonna get about 2.4 on this one too. Maybe actually a little bit higher. Might be able to get 2.5. Nah, not enough time. 2.4 probably, just a little bit below it. Yeah, 2.3. So who was it that died? Let's see who it was here. Let's take a look at the stats first. Yeah, Eve, of course. Yeah, water attackers. As you can see, the water attackers. These are attackers. Attacker. Well, she's just in this, she's definitely the most powerful character against this boss. Elysian, water. That is water attackers. Okay, so yeah, water attackers, Chang. Um, yeah. So as you can see, pretty much all the water childs are at the top. Yeah, see the water childs all at the top of the actual damage. So just drop your waters in. And go from there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the trial list here. Trial ready here, and let's see who it was. It was 1, 2, 3. It was Moa. Interesting. Dark. I wonder. That's interesting. Why Dark Moa would have died. I guess he probably just got hit with just unluckily. One of those unlucky hits. But yeah, so that's that. This is a good team right here. But you want to do water. The way I set this up, the way I set mine up is I just clear everything, and then I go into rarity, and I choose water, and then I choose attackers. Okay, and then I just start putting them in the team. Okay, and I put all of my top attackers for water in the team. So that are at least so. I've got pretty much all. I stopped right here because I really wasn't able to. These ones aren't leveled up and they aren't ready for battle yet. So I put all those in, and I put water in first, and I went heavy on water. And when I'd had all the water childs that were fully, leveled up enough that I think that they could handle it and do some damage, and then I started switching to water in other rarities. I'd then go water healers. And then I'd start adding in, light and dark, and it finished it out because I have staples that I always use. Like I say, Citri Pantheon and Bathory are pretty much whenever I use all these for all war bosses. Another one that you could probably get by with is Aphrisia if you have her, because she throws a good debuff defense out as well. So there are other things to try, and I might go ahead and give that a try. So let's see if that helps any. So let's go up into fire. I'm not sure if she's a debuffer or what. So she is right here. I think I've got her fully skilled up. I do not have her fully skilled up. But she would throw out a -8 defense, but nah, the damage is more higher. Deal damage priorities. So she's a debuffer. Jupiter's a debuffer as well. I was also considering putting Limos in here. Maybe I'll have to work her in somehow. Just in terms of what she can do damage-wise, because she throws out she's got a pretty good attack too as well. Defense down. I would definitely not use her leader because Mafdet's leader skill is the best. But I'm going to go ahead and keep those in there for now. Yeah, we'll try a little bit later. So let's go ahead and take a look at where I'm at here. I've already got one of the Nine-Tailed Fox. I got her from in the mission, and I bought her from inside here at the 100,000. So I'll be getting the other one at 200,000. Then I'll just snatch up some of the tickets, 5 summon tickets, and maybe throw out something for the Aurora Heartsure, because I'm running a little bit low on mats, and also want to snatch up some of the lanterns as well too, so I can do some of the runs. But other than that, everything's pretty much going on. But I did want to show my team because I had a lot of people asking about it, and that's just how I run my teams. There's multiple ways that you can do it, but that's the best. That's the way I do it. I generally just focus on try to throw as many attackers as I can at the opposite, the elemental that has the advantage against them, and then just go from there, working outward. I always try to put the staples. It seems like a lot of the characters that they come out with, like this Mafdet right here. She's a world boss leader. Her leader buff is designed specifically for a world boss to give you plus 20%. So she's definitely something that you want to focus on and that you want to level up, and you want to fully get her maxed at 66, so that she can be a valuable part of the team, and I'm going to start to. But yeah, but she's pretty. I also love the design, and I've got her fully leveled up. So she's Justice Incarnate is the new name that she gets once you have her fully leveled up. So Justice Incarnate, and this means that she's fully awoken. So I've got all of these, all fives, and I've got all of the extra buffs in there. And I'm utilizing a Soul Carta of increased slide skill damage by 750 for world bosses. And I'm just starting to work this up. This is called Afternoon Nap. So this is a world boss based for water, which is what she is. So I just got to start leveling up that Soul Carta. So once that's leveled up, she'll be able to do a lot more damage as well too. And I just love the design with the guns here, because it's based on Mafdet. The original Mafdet, as I'm sure you're aware, is Light. She's one of the top dealers in the game. Right there's Dogmatic Mafdet. As you can see, this is what she looks like. She looks much different because of her fusing with the bow. She's taken on. She sort of looks like the High Priest. So it's sort of the High Priest look with the combining of Mafdet. So a much different design has been formed, and you get some really funny lines when you're doing the awakening. As you're awakening, her up through the skills that you have the little mini story that as you awaken certain parts, and it's about her, and Tasu's watching over Tamamo. But yeah, so it's a pretty good story. But yeah, definitely want to go ahead and make sure you max her out, and make sure you get her in there for the increase in percentage for getting the magic mirror fragments, so it can make things go a little bit faster. Okay, so yeah, just to put that out there, just so everybody could see it. I'll pop it up one more time if you want to try to give something like this, and we'll go through it here. So Mars, Dana, Moa. This is. I'm going to go ahead and change that right now, just so I don't have to worry about it, and I'll be able to try it on the next time I give it a try. But you want to put defenders up in the front, and then I've got Mona, and then I got Mott, this is a healer. Olga's a debuffer. That's Calypso, an attacker, not Bradley. I've got the skin, and then Syrinx, Dana, and Lita. These are healers. And then you got Water Mafdet. Don't confuse with Light Mafdet. Water Mafdet for your leader, and as your for the increase in fragments. Then you've got Nias. She's a supporter. Sirtri's a supporter. Pantheon's a supporter. This is Bathory. I've got the skin, so it says Siyoko, and she is a debuffer. And then you've got Barry, attacker, Chang a supporter, Eve an attacker, Thanatos attacker, and Elysion an attacker. So yeah, just want to get as many attackers as you can in there, so that you don't have to worry about doing damage, because you get the extra damage buff against those that are in there. And I'm going to go ahead and join. Take out this and join. So I've got one more run, so let's see if that helps out any. It's on BlueStack, so it's a tad slow sometimes. The Tamamo's design is just excellent. They did a really good job with this one. Nine-tailed fox is a common theme throughout Japanese mythology, as being a demon. So. But I really love the way that they did the design, and that you get they worked some fun into it. So Frisia's in the third slot there. She seems to be surviving longer than look at that. That's Light Water Mafdets. So I went ahead and put that first just because it's pretty cool. But it also adds a pretty good amount of damage. She's a world boss design, just like Sitri. Sitri's a world boss. Sitri was the original world boss design character when she came out there. I think it was last Valentine's Day, roughly around that area, because it was when they were giving out chocolate, and that's usually in Japan high schools. That's one of the things they do, is give out chocolate. But that's when she came out. So she was designed specifically for world boss. So her skills were focused on the world boss, and they've came out with several. Each of the world boss characters that they introduced, new characters have introduced, have sort of had a theme that would lead towards all allies. So anytime you have a leader skill that goes towards all allies, it's generally designed something that you can consider using in the world boss, simply because you've got 20 characters out there. So you need to have, you need to have something that would affect them all to be a useful leader buff, and this does that. So yeah, so that's one of the things that you take into account. As for the job order, just focus on your attackers. I put Light Meftet because she has a good buff against the world boss. I put Citria second because her leader also skill is for world boss, and then I just went with all my water attackers to focus them in there as Elysian. She's Elysian is Mini Eve is what I call her. She was my first one of the first characters that I ever maxed out in the game, and she does poison damage. And she's a really good starter character until you can get Eve and start fully limiting up Eve, limit breaking Eve, because she does pretty much the same thing Eve does. She just doesn't do quite as much poison as Eve. Eve does much more poison, so she's good. And there's the Bathory. I love Bathory's leader buff skill because it does good a bit of damage. So it looks like we might not we might get lucky here. Maybe get a bit more than 2.5. No, not. See, this is you can mix and match and try to get the last bit of oomph out of there. But 2.2, so that turned out to be, even though I went up a little bit in terms of my power rating, it still wasn't enough to actually translate into more damage. So 2.4, 2.5 seems to be about what I'm going to have to deal with. I might do a little bit more playing around tomorrow, but this is the one I've been using most of the time, just to get through. So you want to make sure that you know. But yeah, so that's the team I'm using. So you can check online and see. There's probably, I'm sure, a bunch of other people put out what their lists are. But so that's mine. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to put a like on the video if you like it, and remember to subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell, ding ding, beside for notifications, and you'll be notified every time I drop a video. And this is Ken Rare in the corner, signing out.